Hello viewers, Super GT here. How are we all doing? This is a setup tour. Everything I use, we're going to go through it. So for those who aren't familiar with this channel, my name is Steve. The channel name is Super GT. On this channel, we do sim racing, we do kart racing. So it's a mix of real, it's a mix of fake, but it requires a lot of equipment. We're going to go through all of it today. So what I'll do in the description, I'll link all of the equipment that we're going to go through over the course of this video. So let's close the door. This is what it normally looks like in the background of my streams when I do stream. In fact, let me show you from a different angle, okay? So that's where I just sat. This is the setup, the sim rig. That's the background. Let's go over here. So sim rig, multiple screens. Then we have a PC and console stand here. Then we've got the desk. Then we've got like some other stuff. But I will also show you what's behind the door, but later. Okay, let's kick it off with the sim rig. So the main framework that holds it all together, the black framework. So this SimLab P1, and yeah, really good rig, really good rig. Attachments from SimLab, we have the mouse mat, we have the keyboard tray, the bucket seat bracket, and the Sparko seat slider. So this seat does go back and forward. We've also got the SimLab triple monitor mount, which is the grey mount here, separate from this rig, so you can move that screen how far back or how high you want, which is really useful. So let's take a look at the equipment that's on it. This is the main wheel. This is the Fanatec DD1 for PS4. Works on PS5, also works on Xbox and PC. Because on here we have the McLaren GT3 V2 rim. Really, really like this rim. It's the one I use the most. Down here we've got the Fanatec Club Sport handbrake and Club Sport shifter. Down there, at the back, we've got the Club Sport pedals. The clutch one is, I need to tighten that up. But yeah, Club Sport V3 pedals, really good pedals, really rate them. So the seat, quite an important element of a sim rig. This is a Sparko Rev, as you can see there, Sparko Rev, really good seat, very comfortable, even for the long live streams I've done. Over here, on my left keyboard panel tray, we have a GoXLR sound mixer, so you can change all the volumes of everything on the fly. And we have an Elgato Stream Deck just next to that. So, you know, when you're sat here, you can just reach over to the left, change all your volumes and that kind of thing. Now let's take a look at the headphones. These are HyperX Cloud Revolver S. Yeah, I really like these headphones, very good. And the microphone is an Elgato Wave 3 with the Elgato Wave Arm. So that just kind of moves into position there. Nice. And then the webcam, which you can see me through here, this is a Canon M200. It's connected to the PC with the Elgato Cam Link, so you can use that as a webcam. It also has a dummy battery, so it doesn't run out of battery. You just plug it into the mains, basically. It lasts forever. How about my foot cam? For all you foot cam specialists, enthusiasts, this go to the back. That is the Logitech C922, and that points down at the pedals from a top angle. So in terms of lighting, we have the Elgato Key Light, one there, and one there, which points down at the pedals. So the bracket's holding stuff together. So these bits here, this is Elgato, a lot of Elgato, and a lot of Fanatec. These are the flex arm kits, multi-mount kits. Really useful, as you can just put it into any shape and put the camera exactly where you want. Done the same for the camera at the back, as you can see. So just go down there. And how could I forget? We have the screens. Now the main screen is a 32-inch. Let me just get my notes and get the full name of it. It is the Samsung LC32 JG52QQUXEN. That's what that is. And then the one up above, as you can see, we're using it for recording. That is the Lenovo L24E 20. So we've got two monitors there. So you've got the wheel, the main screen, and you look up, that's normally where I put my chat if I'm live streaming or just whatever. Okay, now guys, you're going to have to rate my cable management skills here because let's take a look. So here's all the cable. As you can imagine, lots of cables coming from all of this equipment down the side here into the PC. I've tried to tidy up as much as possible with these things, as you can see, and that's a bit loose. But to be fair, like we've coded everything with labels, so I know what everything is. But yeah, I think it's fairly tidily done. Might not look completely tidy, but you be the judge. At the bottom, on the floor, we have a next level racing mat. So it just completes the look. And the foam, which, excuse me, yeah, it's not quite even. That is AFP 305 foam. And it does work, it does help, because as you can see, it's not the biggest room ever. Like from there to there, it's like 3 meters square, so it's not a huge room. So that foam does help. Okay, next up, right, we have the PC and console stand. PC, PlayStation 5 down here, which you can't even see it. Let me get a torch for you. There, can you see it? There's an Xbox Series X there. So we've got the new consoles, luckily. We've got the Xbox Series X, invisible. PS5, PC. Let's take a closer look at it. I've just taken the front off there, but we've got a Lian Li PC-011 dynamic case. The CPU's a Ryzen 3950X. RAM, G.Skill Trident Z 32GB. The CPU is a ROG-STRIX 2080 Ti. The power supply is a RM1000X from Corsair. Cooling, NZXT Kraken 360mm. Storage, so we've got an M.2 drive, Samsung 970 EVO, and then a couple of SSDs, Samsung 860 EVO ×2. Capture, Elgato 4K60 Pro. The motherboard is a ROG-STRIX X570E Gaming. We've got a 6TB hard drive in there, and the fans, Be Quiet, Silent Wings 3. Yeah, so we've got quite a lot of fans. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 fans in there, which are the best fans, obviously. So as you can see, it's quite a complicated setup, having a PC going into there to power all of that, but also into this at the same time. So let's take a look at the desk. Let's move this chair away. That is a GT Omega something. I don't know the exact model, but there you go. Okay, so this is the desk. Looking good, looking good. So we have a fairly common setup that a lot of YouTubers have, I think, which is the IKEA Linnmon flat desk worktop, the Alex drawer, and then we got a couple of leg stands on the side. Adils legs, to be precise. Let's take a closer look at the equipment here. So I can tell you about my phone. Is a Samsung S21 Ultra. The keyboard is a Roccat Vulcan 120. The mouse is a SteelSeries 110. And the mat that goes underneath it is a TitanWolf XXL. So it's like a world map. These monitors are Samsung LC27JG52QQUXEN. They are 27-inch, they're curved, they are both the same monitor. Holding them up are Suptek mount arms, one for each. So you can see there's one there, and there's one there. Also on this desk we have another Elgato Key Light. So that gives us light from another perspective onto the sim rig. So we've got light from there, and we have light from there. And we have light there shining down on the pedals. Wires down here aren't too good, although I've made an attempt. Could be worse though, could be worse. So yeah, that's the desk, and we have like a to-do pad here. So I like to write stuff down and get on with it. I suppose I should talk about these lights. So we've got a light in the background there, and then we also have one here behind the desk. So these are Elgato light strips. Same with that. Have this menu, and then you can literally just change it. So we've done the desk. I'm going to move over to this section, which is the back of the room, and we have some trophies, some other stuff, my karting helmet, some other rims. Some more posters, although that one's fallen off. there's some remnants from karting. So we've got the WOW sign, traditionally bought to karting. We've got a pod, and this is a steering column which is supposed to be straight, and you can see it very much isn't. This is me with my mum when I was a little baby. Look at my little cute round head that I had. That is Thomas the Tank Engine, which is arguably the most important part of the setup. This is the Fanatec Formula rim that you get with the PS4 DD1, which I use this one for like F1 games, or if I'm using like Formula cars on Gran Turismo. So that's what I use. Got the CSL rim. That's good for rally games, like dirt rally, having a circular rim. And then we have a Lando mini helmet, and we have my actual size karting helmet. This is an Arai SK6. The design was done by a Spanish guy on Instagram called Ilustra Torres, who approached me about it. And the paint was done by SFX Designs. Now let's have a look at the cameras that I use. So in here, I have a bunch of cameras. So in terms of the cameras I use for karting, so this is a GoPro Hero 9 Black. This is the main camera I use for karting. I don't do too much 360 footage now, but when I did, this was the one I used. This is a GoPro Max. It's got like a lens on either side, and then that's how it does 360 footage. If you're going to buy a GoPro for karting, I would say buy a 7 or later, because with 7 or later, they have the stabilization, which makes the footage a lot nicer. Right, now let me show you how I achieve this camera angle for my karting videos. So first and foremost, you need this. This is a GoPro vented cycle strap mount. This is what you need. You then need a 360 mount. So it's not too complicated. You attach that onto that. Then you get this extender mount, and you attach that. So now you've got that. And then onto that, you attach the camera. So now you grab the helmet, and you're essentially going to wrap it around the chin part of the helmet. So now you've got the GoPro on the front. Now you could just use a sticky mount and just stick a sticky mount on the front of the helmet, but that's if you want to use a sticky mount on your helmet, which might not come off nice. It might ruin your paint, I don't know. And for those interested, this is what it looks like. A lot of karting championships in the UK don't allow anything mounted to the helmet, so I can't always use this. So for the most part, you're just going to use like a standard sticky pad. So this year for my karting, I've been attaching the camera to the cart on the top of the radiator. So you're just going to use like a standard sticky mount. So I should probably tell you what this camera is, as we have a weird stare off between the cameras. So this is a Panasonic G7. This is what I use for my karting vlogs, or any sort of vlog where I go away from this room. It's attached to a Manfrotto monopod. In terms of audio on this camera, a couple of choices. At the moment, I'm using a lavalier mic, as you can see here. And then those are attached to these Rode microphones here. If I'm not using the lavalier mic, I'll show you. If I'm not using the lav mic, I use this. This is the Rode video mic. Now, let's explore beyond the door. Put your hand out, pull the handle and open the door. I'm sure you've done this before. And put that there. PC, the PlayStation and the Xbox are all wired. The wire goes around the back, through here, bit of a mess there. Goes under this rug, under there, into the router. So I have hyper optic 1 GB up and down. Love that. Shoes, nice. YouTube plaque is my Super GT for reaching 100,000 subscribers. But yeah, it's my Team Quadrant 1 for passing 100,000 subscribers. Lovely. And then here, we all know what this is, viewers. We all know what this is, don't we? I guess that means we've got to do one right now, right? I'm not feeling particularly strong right now. Let's take a look in my main living area. Kitchen first. Get the light on. So this is where we do cooking and the washing up. Let me know your washing up liquid brand of choice in the comments. There's not much to see in here really. It's a kitchen. But yeah, this is my main living area. As you can see, we have a table, we have a sofa, we have a dips bar, and we have another desk here. This is my old PC. Then we have a bookshelf, bookcase, some trophies, another rim. This is the Fanatec Formula rim. It looks really nice and ornate, so I'll put it here. Some books for when I want to read, which I don't really. Oh, some games, guys. Let's have a look at these. Blur. What a game. There's some goated games. PGR3. Incredible. Now, I found this photo. Look at this. That is me at about 13 years old playing RuneScape. So things have changed a little bit since then. TV, couldn't tell you what one. We have a PS4. We have an Xbox One X. That is a plant. This, that's my foot. That is a yoga mat. That is a sofa. There's a pizza here. Have we got any slices left? Oh, yes! Let's have a look where the real magic happens. I've actually tied on my bed. Look at that. That is me. Hello, viewers. How's it going? Choose the mood of the room. A toy model car of a Porsche, which I stole off my brother. Now, here's a challenge for you. In the comments, how much money do you think is in there? It's taken me about 7 or 8 years to fill this up. Let me know how much you think is in there. I'll count it soon. Before I forget, I need to show you my karting. These are my karting boots. Sparco K Run. These are the ones I used last year. Sparco K Pole. A little bit dirty. And if we go back underneath the bed, lifts up. So the gloves I use, these are Sparco Arrow K. So these are what I use for karting. Wetsuit, racing suit. There it is, quadrant. And my rib protector, it's in pieces, but is the Tillit P1. Definitely recommend a good rib protector for karting. So yeah, it's the bedroom, the sim room, the corridor, the main room, and the kitchen around there. Let's head back in here. Now allow me to go through the software that I use. So for recording gameplay, I use this. This is the Elgato 4K capture utility. So that is capturing exactly what's on the screen over there on the sim rig. So for video editing, I use Sony Vegas 17, as you can see here. This is the software. So this was my Wilton Mill car video that I did recently. So for thumbnails and that kind of thing, I use Adobe Photoshop, as you can see. So yeah, that's what we use for that. For recording this video, I'm using this. This is Streamlabs. This is what I use for live streaming as well. I know I haven't streamed in a while, but this is what I use. For recording commentary, like standalone commentary, like voiceovers for my videos, I use Audacity. So I'm recording this. So that pretty much covers it, really. That's all the software I use for YouTubing. But that is it. So if you have any questions, please do feel free to ask in the comments. Again, I've linked all of the equipment in the description, so have a look there if you want to potentially buy some of this stuff or just have a look at what it is. Something a little bit different. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it useful. And I suppose one question would be, if you could improve this setup, what would you do? And also, how good or bad is my cable management? But that is the end. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.